Go there now. Go there now. Go there now.
Menacing broadcast. Go ahead, up and have me and do the podcast. Watch out. If you're sitting down for this, if you're standing up, you better get ready for this because it's gonna hit eardrums. Uncle the broadcast.
You are listening to Uncle the Broadcast. My name is Aaron. I'm the nephew-in-law. Here to be the star of the show, Uncle.
Hello, dears and gentlemen. 329 we on tonight.
That's right. 329th
I don't believe, because I didn't hear him, that we have a guest on. I don't believe that, because I didn't hear him. So, what are we having to talk about tonight?
Well, first of all, you're right, Uncle. We don't have a guest. I thought we would, but that's okay.
I know it, because I knew you didn't have him last hour.
Yeah.
Talking to yourself last hour.
I was. But we're live. We were off last week. We're back. So anybody listening live tonight, thank you. If you're listening to the podcast, that's cool too. We're live on ochili.com Friday night. We're here. So,
Bum the Bum, I know what I'm talking about. Bum the Bum, beer drinker, is still drinking and doing, he said, was on my podcast talking about the drink. I heard him on his podcast saying that.
So you've been keeping up
on
with
him.
Bumline Bob, on Bumming with Bobcat, his podcast. We've had him on a lot lately. So you're listening to the show. That's good that you're keeping up with his show. Everybody should be doing that.
The drinking part of the new one, see. But he's not yet got the new one out yet. You see what I mean?
The new show's not out about some drink he's been talking about?
New drink out.
Oh, new drink, okay.
No new drink out. It's the same one, regular. I was going to have a glass of it come up here with it.
Oh, the one that the Mad Dog 2020 spiked that we reviewed on the show?
It's in the fridge.
Yeah, it's down there still. Yeah, it is.
I was going to have a little drink of it.
It's in the old wine cellar.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We'll break that out when we need to. I'm not sure when that's going to be, but I don't think it's going to be tonight. But yeah, Uncle, I do know there was... Oh, yeah, that was the potential guest. I know what my problem is with the guest, Uncle, and I usually don't do this. I actually sent a tweet out saying who the guest was tonight. Like, go listen to the show, we'll have someone on. Usually I make it a point, even when I know there's going to be a guest, not to say even we have a guest or who it is. I just say, listen to the show, and then I hope the guest shows up.
Yeah, they'll say it that way. It's easier that way than saying who it is. In my opinion, is it's like being surprised.
Yeah.
For yourself and me. So when we get on the shows, I wonder who it is going to be. And boom, and it comes out.
It's nobody's fault. I'm not mad at the guest who would have come on at all, first of all. I'm not mad at myself for not saying it upright or what. It just, this stuff happens.
I mean, just
no big deal.
From now on, that's the idea. From now on, you get a guest. If he comes on, don't let us know who it is.
Okay.
Just let it go through. I mean, that way.
Yeah.
You know.
When I do the social media promotional material, I would be like, listen to Uncle the podcast tonight live. Will we have a guest? Find out. You better listen.
Yeah, say that.
That's the approach we'll take.
You could say that.
That's the approach.
That's better than giving out the person, whoever it would be.
Yeah, it's just better to everybody. So I think that's the way we're going to go forward. But Uncle, I do have a bit of important news that's pertinent to the show that I think I'd like to get your commentary on. You want to hear this?
What is it?
Okay, let me lay this out to you. This is going to take some backstory. Listeners, I'm sure, are aware that we've done our dollar store beer reviews in the past. Yeah. Now, I've never really mentioned the actual dollar store that we got our beers from, but I will now.
Oh.
The store that we used to buy our beers from was the 99-cent only store.
Oh.
You know that store, Uncle?
Oh, yeah. They dried out a system. They drive the system out.
Yeah, they don't
have any more beer.
They haven't had anything good for a long time.
I mean, they don't have no beer. Well, how are we supposed to do a comment for them if they don't give you the project?
Correct.
What is it called?
Well, that was bad enough, Uncle, that they weren't getting any good beers anymore. That was the least. That's the least of our worries now, because it's gotten even worse when it comes to the 99-cent store, 99-cent only. And let me tell you what that is.
What is that?
That recently, this just came out, the 99-cent only is going to cease its business operations and close down all of their stores, not just some.
See, that shuts it down. What did I tell you? Eliminated the 99-cent store so when people will not go to them. It's going to be sad for Joseph, though, because he always goes
He likes it there, right?
He goes to him for getting
a lot of people go there. Yeah, I mean, I go there a lot, yeah.
But
you know what's strange? Like a year ago, Uncle said because they don't have beers anymore, that store is going to be gone. Uncle said like a year ago. Like he literally put it together. He said, they don't have the beers. There's going to be no store.
That's
and I
exactly
said,
right.
99-cent store, I mean, it's got other things. It doesn't just sell beer. You would think, well, they don't want to sell beer anymore. Like in New Jersey, no 99-cent store could sell beer. They're not allowed, right? They
allowed because there's a rule in Jersey, isn't
laws,
there?
Yeah.
Laws,
state laws.
In New York, it gets even weirder, which is why, like in New York State, there was a store once that opened itself up just to sell beer. No kidding. Because the liquor stores couldn't sell beer and the convenience stores couldn't sell beer. So nobody could get beer, anywhere near half of these colleges and stuff. So they were like, well, how are we going to fix this? And they literally created a store called the Inconvenience Store. And that's all they have is beer. That's it. Because they had to get a specific license. So they went around. But in California, you can sell beer at these kind of stores.
Mm-hmm.
So Uncle was right when he predicted. He said, since they're not going to have beer, there's going to be no store. I thought, Uncle's just mad.
No,
they don't
I meant what I said there, Chucky boy. Listen what I'm telling you. You listen to me, and you'll get something accomplished.
Exactly. I got it. That's why I'm pointing it out. I always like to say, I'm not one of these guys. If somebody's right, they're right. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I say, look, this guy had it right. I just want to let everybody know. Uncle said there wouldn't be any more store because of the beers. All right.
There you go. The prophecy has come true, Uncle. Yeah, they're done. 99-cent store is done.
So now what we going to have to do, same thing, we're not going to 99-cent stores. Where are we going to find them? The only place that I can see it's going to cost you a couple dollars, grocery store.
Yeah, I think what we'll shoot for is just whenever like a sale pops up that's like crazy that we happen to find anywhere. Really, we'll just buy it.
Actually, there's a deal goes on Fridays. Now this is what I'm on groceries. Now we've been going grocery shop on Fridays. You can get. What are you doing? You can get a sale
At a grocery store.
At the grocery store, but you have to make sure it's beer.
So on Fridays they have beer sales?
They may or may not, but that's the thing. That's the catch.
Yeah, okay.
You don't know, but you have to find out. But they do have them. They're 5 cents sale. It's a 5 cent sale to
5 cents? That's all we get?
five.
I want more than that.
No, $5.
Is it the $5 Friday or whatever?
$5 Friday.
I've heard of
that's
this,
what I meant. $5 Friday.
Okay.
But see if they have the beer to $5.
They might.
You have to. That's what you have to find out.
I've heard of $5 Friday. It's some grocery store's phenomenon.
Today she was going to go, but then said Melissa's not with us, so she didn't know what to do.
Oh, today's Friday. Yeah. So you didn't do the usual Friday grocery shopping. That's where they have the deals. The stores have the deals. And they might roll beer into it. If they do, that's how we could get cheap beers.
Yeah. That's what I was told.
That's fine. Yeah.
Well, other than that, I don't know what else.
Yeah. Yeah, we can't do nice. And I used to always.
And the special beers that we get from the drinker.
Oh, yeah.
That is separate.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, he's buying.
It's a special case.
Special case, you know, a special place. So we got street cream to go find it in Texas or wherever where it is in that area.
Yeah.
So
yeah. If Bob,
that's not the problem.
We'll keep having Bob back on, of course. We keep saying that. So he'll come on with special drinks, and we'll enjoy those, and it's going to be a good time.
Should have had bought that.
So we will do that and continue to do that.
Beer. I was ready for some of that wine.
Yeah. You want that tonight?
I wanted it, but then I thought, damn, I forgot it.
I don't know. I don't feel like I have it in me to drink that drink. That's for sure tonight.
It's just wine.
Yeah, that's the problem. You know, me and wine don't agree too often. So, I
mean, I go for wine over beer anytime. They're not throwing over the table.
You do? Okay,
I
wine.
can take the wine.
Okay.
Over the beer.
That makes one of us. Yeah.
Well, I know, but
yeah, but yeah. So that was an important piece of news that my wife pointed out to me. Actually, so I did want to.
Oh, she did.
Yeah, she did. She let me know, and it's important to the show. So yeah, I figured we had to bring it up. The dollar store beer.
I didn't know she
is not only have we not been able to find it for so long, now it's not even going to be possible to do it anymore. So that's part of the archives in the past of Uncle the Podcast.
I think they had the idea that they said, "Well, we're going to lose an audience," and they knew it was me.
Is that what happened with the store? Why they're closing down?
With the store closing down.
That's what
I have a feeling that's what it was, because heck, if you don't have the drink for the Friday night people,
just shut down the whole operation. What's the point of having a store?
Have it down. So boom, it happened.
Okay. Well,
see, things just happen like that.
They sure do. They sure do.
Just pop down. And I damn pop. My show's getting popular.
Yeah.
Even telling you what stores are gonna stay open this time, gonna shut down.
We're moving up in this.
I can tell them.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that no store's gone.
We're moving up in those podcast rankings, Uncle. We're doing a fine job. This is exciting. I'm glad to see the show grow to such.
I was wondering, though, in a liquor store. Now, we go for lotto tickets. I was just wondering if they have. I'm sure they have beers in there, but I don't think
the carryout. Yes. You can buy a lottery ticket. You can buy. Maybe we can make that a segment too. It's like we buy a lottery ticket, we buy a drink, or I don't know.
We could do something like that.
I don't know.
Something like that. Something in the future. That'd be something to think about.
Yeah,
How are you gonna do that?
The Powerball is the big story again because the jackpot's gone so high. It continues nobody's won for so long. It keeps growing.
And it's got the ticket tonight.
Ooh, here we go. Things are getting exciting.
Nobody else went out the store and got a ticket unless you guys stopped.
I think we went out to the deserts today.
I know.
And I do believe we did pick up one. So we have one. So.
You have one?
Yes, we have 1 in 200 million chance of winning, just like everybody else, or whatever the odds are. I just feel good about that. So yeah. It was a desert day for us. That was nice. Exciting, Uncle. I'm excited by so many things. The podcast clearly growing. It's gaining traction. We got a lot of influence. We brought down an entire store.
How many people do we got an audience talking? Online.
That is the fact that we single-handedly took down the 99-cent only store is easy to understand, but the actual numbers that we have in terms of listeners is a bit more nebulous, Uncle.
What's that? Low or high? Got to be higher.
Well, it's got to be high if we're able to do this. I know that much, but the exact numbers not so good about. This is interesting because I was talking about numbers in government hour, believe it or not. Now it just kind of came up again.
Yeah. I know it come up because I'd like to know if I'm gaining or distracting on my end of my shows. I mean, I seem like I'd be gaining more than losing.
I do believe, yes. The general trend is upwards. We've been doing pretty good. If we keep up the good work of continuing to get guests, and if we put our best foot forward in terms of social media and making videos, blah, 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 blah. If we put enough effort into that, the show, I do believe, would grow. So we got to continue attempting that.
What we need to do is I try to go shopping, but I seem to can't get stuff that I can cook. Like I've been asking a month here to make meatloaf, but nobody wants to go help me
the meatloaf video.
Meatloaf,
yes.
The meat. I need the meat to do the meatloaf show, but nobody thinks I can cook it.
Well, I mean,
now that's the bottom line.
Yes. Well, that would be a great video. That's something
I can do it because I cooked one before. But Nana wouldn't believe it.
Well, it's
never seen me do it.
It's a perfect example of whether you make it or not. The video would be great. It would be a great video to do. There are a couple of silly obstacles we have before us in getting it done. The main one is just time. If I'm able to achieve all of my life goals, we will be able to have more time on our hands. I don't know when that would happen. But that's the main goal, again, for life, is to make more free time so that we can make Uncle Makes the Meatloaf videos.
Hey, man.
I think we can do it.
I know those people in the crack room would love to hear my damn food.
Yes.
Who's listening to the crack room, by the way?
The crack room, there is not much action in any of the crack rooms.
I didn't hear anything. No bouncing.
The Ocelli crack room is pretty slow. I think Ed is in there, but that's it. Ed and Chuck are saying a couple things. Oh, I see Creative Accents just showed up. Uh-oh. Late, but here. Hello, hello. Oh, great. Okay, so man, he fixed that. Johnny on the spot there. Look at him go. That was pretty good. So thank you, Creative Accents, for being there. There's no chat on YouTube, X, or Twitch, or the other two, which are Trovo and Kick. We have. I don't usually mention them by name, but those are other live streaming platforms. Do follow us at those if you have accounts at those. Follow us, our live stream videos there. It's a bit of a slow week, Uncle, but that tends to happen when we're gone the previous week. It's nothing out of the ordinary.
That's what I mean. What we need to do, what we have to constantly do to pick up is have it every week.
Yes.
I mean, if we have it every week, boom, you're going to see it go up.
Yes. Yes.
That's the problem. But I know we have problems at the stop. She's not going to work. You don't do it tonight. Oh, is she able to do it tonight?
Well,
Sure enough, the boss, she is telling you what to do.
no. It's no. With last week, I wasn't around. I wasn't here to do it. So I mean, I couldn't do it last week. Usually, I mean, if we're around, usually nobody's stopping
Mr.
us.
Sidekick.
Honestly, we have pretty free reign to do the show on a Friday night. That's not a problem. But sometimes things pop up, and then that's when we have problems. But we'll see. We're fine. We're doing a show. We have a broadcast. We have. What number are we on again? I had it pulled up. Which was it? It was 329.
329.
We've done. That's kind of high. That's a lot of podcast episodes.
Well, yeah, I could go to.
It's pretty good.
I go up to pretty high.
We are there. That's kind of crazy to think about, Uncle. We've done a lot of these, and we're not done yet. So there you
we're
go.
into the next revolution. That's gonna be near 400. My guess.
Always coming up on the next revolution. It's
Because that's the gold one.
yeah. It's gonna be a big one this year. So make sure.
I hope we get more audience people, though. I like more talkers.
Yeah,
How they're
yeah.
doing up there stuff.
It's tough to know what to do in today's podcasting world, honestly. It's tough to know how to get traction. I think, honestly, just the act of doing this, making a show regularly, I think it's enough. And putting in extra effort where you can is good, and we will. We'll keep doing. We'll keep that approach going. I think we'll be just fine. Not too worried.
And there was one guest that you said that it came back.
Yes.
Party people. I haven't heard those guys.
Yeah, I talked to Rod on social media, and I said, like, if you want to come on, that's cool. But I know that they really prefer doing the live, because they do their live show with they have a whole studio. They got a good setup, and we just don't have that setup here. And I would like to. Maybe we'll get maybe we'll get a good setup going where that brings up a whole nother issue. If we get a live broadcasting studio where we invite people to come here on Fridays and be here, and they sit across the table from us, and we do a show that way, which would be great. We have to be able to convince people to come out here is the one thing. We need to be able. I think if we were in LA, it would be easier.
What
We're
we
not.
need to do is, people that are on broadcast people, bring the locals out here.
Yeah.
I can mention a couple names, but
Well, you know
hasn't got
what?
to that one yet.
I have had an idea in my mind of integrating locals, like, because we live in Riverside. There's some Riverside things that when I'm just driving around pique my interest. And I think even if we went into like these various businesses and just did interviews on the spot with the proprietor, I think it could be a really cool piece of audio or video. There's one business in particular that I've been wanting to go in for a long time. I kind of want the first time I go in there, I want to like ask them, like, hey man, could we have this podcast? Could we make a video interview with you real quick? Or like, is that cool? Like, and it's just based on the name of the business. I'd like to do it. That's the only reason I like it.
Well, maybe that could be a good starter. Let's have something like that to starter.
Yeah.
I mean, and then that will probably bring even our neighbors to come over.
Be a good way to get involved in our community, Uncle.
That's what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. That's what I'm aiming for. And then what you just said.
We might have to do that. We might have to make a point to one of these weekends. I go out there, I go to that store, I'm like, hey, can we do this? Is that cool? And if the answer is no, it's like, that's fine. I'll try another one. Like,
Yeah, just
so
go
we could do
on
that.
and just do that. Just to get more people that can talk. And it's all right for the people that can talk on phone if they have locally.
Yes,
I mean,
we
that's
could
fine.
get guests, local guests. We could have them actually be the guests that call into the show, and they could be our guests for the night too. We could
Right.
go about it that way as well.
That way. So I'm going to open up the lines again.
I think
That's what I was thinking.
I like that idea as a format for our show. So it just
was
comes down to
thinking of
going
that.
out and inviting people onto the show when we're out and about. Maybe we might have to start doing that. Yeah.
Do it that way. Let them get used to, we can listen to this guy talk. boom, and we go and have a conversation.
We definitely take some getting used to. So
Well,
that's true.
That will come in time, but
Yeah.
but still, I really can get it going with the talking.
Yes.
You know, I can do it.
Oh, I know.
I know about the sidekick. What kind of his side or side of it, but that's saying my side.
Yes. Yes.
The,
Yeah.
Government hour, man, over there.
Yeah, government hour. Yes. Yeah. These are all things that I've had in my mind. We just have to go about doing it. So so there we go. There's an idea, the news of the 99-cent store. What else? I didn't have a whole lot. What else is new, Uncle? What does our audience need to know? What important stuff is going on out there?
There is, we have the gummy boys here. We know what the gummy boys are, don't you?
The gummy boys?
I call it the gummy boy.
Not the gummy bears?
I mean the gummy bears.
The gummy bears.
You know what we're talking about when we're talking about gummy bears.
We talking about the like the ones with the cannabis infused ones? Is that what we're talking about?
Well, I told your wife, Cam, Mrs. Sidekick, that when I get some cash, I was going to go in the store there. Then this was new area over here, but I don't know where it is located.
Okay.
But she does.
Okay. So
I mean, when I'm...
And you want to get some gummy boys in there.
Yeah, I'm a little low.
Okay.
On one bag, but
we can get some of those, yeah.
I need to get a few when ready.
I mean, yeah.
What do you say?
Maybe an employee from one of those stores would be fun to talk to. I don't know.
That too, and that's another thing, because you know how those guys talk.
They're
and that kind of guys would blind go on a podcast. Those guys
probably.
would. That's something to think about.
They're typically characters when working in there, so you would assume that they'd be sort of receptive to coming on a podcast.
That's the first way to get started.
Yeah, that's one way to do it.
We have to figure things out.
And
this is how we operate it.
It is.
You got to go from the funny boys, I call them. I don't know what it is, but I call it the funny boys. And then we have a conversation. We'd like to see what you like to be, and have that talk.
Well, Uncle, Creative Accents has a lot to say in the chat room. Let's go to his. He's got some questions for you, so let's go to him. He says, "Is Uncle still boycotting Big Gerald Sanders' all-you-can-eat shrimp and barbecue?"
Yes. He's not allowed.
He's not allowed on this show?
Not been, and not ever been.
He can't ever come back. Never.
If that's your answer there, so
we got the answer to that. Now, next question from Creative Accents is, he says, Uncle, Chris from The Path of Tea said hello to you and Sidekick. He said he'll call once you start taking calls again. There we go.
Oh, that's the guy that had the tea.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I've had a couple good tea back now. Each personal day. I've been drinking. Somebody's kicking. Yeah, somebody's kicking.
That's
in there.
the crack room.
Crack room doing kicking. So, I have a couple bags left of the white. I haven't started the red ones yet.
These are all the teas you had.
Teas still have.
Yeah.
Full one and...
Okay.
Well, I'm just doing it slowly.
All right, so you're into the tea, so yeah.
I'm into the tea thing.
Good.
But not coffee.
Oh, yeah.
I don't understand you.
I
take the cold coffee today.
Cold brew is my favorite.
Brave Cruz. I had a cold brew today.
That's the best coffee.
I seem to like the cold one for some reason.
So Creative Accents, the next question is, how's 5.0 _ the GOAT?
5.0.
That's the car of our YouTuber neighbor. You know, that white car down the street?
Oh, him.
Yeah.
Loud man.
Loud man.
Down the street. You can hear him coming down the street.
Yeah.
I mean, I think just the other day, I saw him talking to his sister or someone. Something he was talking about about the driving thing. I don't know.
Was this in a video he made, or you saw him in person saying something?
As I was walking
by.
I just walked by.
Walking by.
And I heard this. And it just talking to her and him, and they were having a conversation.
Yeah.
That's the guy with the Mustang.
I kind of follow him on Instagram, but that doesn't mean a whole lot. I
do?
don't.
You
Yeah,
follow
technically, Uncle the Podcast Instagram account follows him, but I don't keep up with it. Just every now and then, I kind of see a video. I
didn't see him.
It's I can't. I have trouble keeping up with all that stuff. I feel like I don't have
that-
the time to do all that.
What kind of stuff are they working on?
Those it's the it's like the TikTok style of content generation. You're just constantly making a video, this, that, the other thing. Like I can barely keep up with this.
See, I told you
what's for dinner tonight, let alone that stuff.
It's see, I think I know the system on Neighbor's situation. I'm starting to understand how they operate.
How's that?
Just what you were doing, talking about.
Oh, making the content.
Making the contact.
Oh, okay.
But then you can't make the contact because they're so wound up on their dear side.
Oh, yeah.
That they can't have a conversation with you and your contact kind of stuff. I think that's the problem with the neighbor one.
Now, Creative Accents is saying 5.0 the goat versus the Woostang he wants to see.
Mustang.
Yeah. Oh, that's Cooley's car.
Oh, yeah, about Cooley. Did he ever get that on my sticker?
I did just talk to him on the phone this past week.
I meant to ask you that.
He got a new tattoo. He tells me he's going to get that tattoo soon, and he's going to get the ADD TV flag, which is a video I made with the inverted flag colors. But he hasn't got them yet. He's going to. He's doing well. He's doing pretty well. But yeah, the Woostang versus 5.0 the goat, the Mustang battle is a fine idea. So maybe that's another seed idea we have for maybe the show can make happen. But another question from Creative Accents. He says, "Are you going to watch the eclipse in the desert?"
The problem about that is we need the glasses.
Oh, you know what? I was in the desert today, and they're selling the glasses.
Oh, you would have gotten some.
They're selling them.
You should have gone 2 or 3.
I was at a convenience store. They were selling the eclipse glasses. But
I would like to have gotten them before. Otherwise, we got them on Instagram.
it's
And what's it called, a place, and it takes about 3 days to get them.
the sad thing is it's only going to be a partial view. It's not going to be the total solar eclipse where we're at here.
It'll be something to see.
It'll be something. But
That's
it won't
what
be,
I'd like to see. I mean, I can't see a blank eyeball.
No.
I mean, you put this on a blank eyeball, and you'll be blind for the year.
That's true.
I mean, but I wanted to see, but the way I look at it is this way. Not look at the sun, just look outside. I noticing it getting dark.
Yeah.
That's how you know it's closing.
It does do that, yeah.
It does do that. And boy, this is nice. And you're not looking at the sun. You're just looking at the way the earth is working.
Yeah.
This is the way you gotta look at things. Like these weather people, they don't know anything about weather. Look out by the darn window.
Creative Accent says that Trump did not use eclipse sunglasses.
Oh.
Famously, remember back that was right after he was elected. I think maybe even 2016 or 17.
Back then, I think his eyeballs was having a problem.
They were. He was that famous shot of him squinting up at the sun.
Yeah, had the squinting going.
Yeah. If he doesn't need them, I don't need them. That's my point of view. Who needs them? I don't know. It's not going to be a total eclipse here where we're at. Certainly, if we went out to Landers, it wouldn't be total. But
depending on the clouding situation, they said it's supposed to clear some, but not as like it has been. Mm-hmm. It's clearing up, but tomorrow's supposed to be this weekend.
You're talking. We've been having a lot of rain. It's surprisingly cold here today. It's been very cold.
It has been chilly.
It's been. I think this is the coldest it's been all winter. Oddly enough, now.
Yeah.
Here in April 5th, it's colder than it has been the entire winter somehow. But whatever. I don't know. I can't explain things. Just got to roll with it. And this is what happens these days. And
looks like we got a game.
yeah. So we're covering all the important news stories, Uncle.
Wow.
99-cent store not there. Eclipse. Get the glasses.
Gotta get the glasses. But you should see half the people on the news. Hey, we got our glasses. I'm going to see it. Well, you're not going to see it when it comes out.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, man.
Yeah, I know. I am going to look at our numbers. Our numbers on... We've been doing pretty good streaming on the Twitter X platform. How
many people on that?
More than either Twitch or YouTube. Oddly enough, YouTube it doesn't look like anybody's watching at the moment. Somebody will go back later probably and watch it, but nobody's watching now on YouTube. But on Twitter X, yes, we got a few people.
Triple X. What is triple X? I can never understand what that is.
I want all that in here. That's Triple X, the spy movie. My favorite spy movie, Triple X. Not only is it a spy movie, it's also an extreme sports movie, which is why I love it, Uncle.
Never heard of it. I don't even got it on my phone.
You know the star of the movie, Uncle? Vin Diesel?
You got to put that on my phone. Okay, where's your phone? Let's get this organized.
You want to watch the original Triple X movie now, don't you?
Now you want. Now I need to get that on there.
It's a good one. It's a good movie, yeah.
I can eliminate one to get the other, maybe.
What, your phone versus your iPad? Or is that what we're talking about?
No, the purple colored one I can take off to replace that.
Hey, if that's what gets you to watch Triple X, I'm all for it, okay?
Yeah, well, we just have to put it on it.
Get rid of that purple. Let's go on. Yeah. So we've got movie recommendations. This podcast does a lot for people, Uncle. We're really providing a lot of services. Movie recommendations.
Yeah.
Eclipse suggestions. Eclipse viewing suggestions. Important news about retailers like the 99-cent store.
I didn't even know they were going out of business until you told me tonight.
Yeah.
I didn't even know a thing about them.
Something people need to know. We're offering services. We're really bettering the world.
Well, I had figured, though, that something was going to happen, but I didn't think it was that fast.
Yes, I mean, we apologize. We might not have wanted the entire store to go down, but hey, when Uncle says something, he means it.
It goes.
Whoops-a-daisy. These things happen.
This guy's face on one thing for.
Yeah, well, that was the guest that we were gonna have. You probably recognize him.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, but
push that button, people.
Yes. Let's remind people that we have our Instagram.
Push that button, people.
That you need to push the button and subscribe to that. It's at Uncle Podcast on Instagram, as well as Twitter X at Uncle Podcast. Push the button there as well, and let us not forget that on YouTube it's also at Uncle Podcast, and you need to push the button there too, because we have quite a few videos there. The podcast right now is going to be made into a video. It's being made into a video as we speak. It will live there in perpetuity unless we shut down the channel. Oh, and I see we have a special chatter over at YouTube right now. Sally Doll says, hi, friends.
Oh,
hello.
I've seen, she'd been there. I think she was there last week. The week when she was on.
2 weeks ago? Yeah.
2 weeks ago she was on.
Sally Doll says, push it real good. Yeah, she's talking about the button. Dun, 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 dun. We should make a little promo for the button that says, push it real good. And we get people to subscribe to our YouTube and other social media.
If you put a song towards it, may listen to that and then do something. They may do that. That's a good point.
I know.
Or you're just saying things and that might help.
That could be some great marketing for us. I think that could really work out. I like the idea behind it. Really coming up with some good concepts in this meeting we're having today. So there we go. We had nobody on YouTube, and now we got somebody. So this is exciting. It's fun to see how you pick up viewers as you go. And certainly,
that's how I do it on my show.
I've noticed with this video streaming platform, Uncle, is that a lot what these streamers tend to do is that they will do hours and hours on end of streaming. And that seems to work out good for the format. Like you do 6 hours, you do like 8 hours, you're streaming the whole time.
Well, I see now what you're talking about when you do the streaming on the TV shows. I'm going back because we do a lot of that.
Oh, yeah.
And just a little while ago, I was on, finishing up the show, Hello, Johnson. Johnson.
The show is called Hello, Johnson?
No,
I wish it was.
what the heck was it called?
Triple X, Hello, Johnson.
I want all
that in here.
I've seen it before.
Sounds like trouble, Uncle.
Somebody hears that out of context, Aaron. That's pretty good.
Just a minute. Talking over here.
That's it.
The TV show. I want it in here. All this. Okay.
We're just watching Hello, Johnson, starring Vin Diesel saying, I want all that in here.
It was a story. No, it was a story about him on the Ming Show. He made a story out of it.
Okay.
Last Friday I was on TV, Uncle.
You were on TV?
Ooh.
What were you doing?
What was that, Chuck?
I was on Blaze TV last Friday.
What is Blaze TV? I can't remember exactly.
I've heard of that. I heard of that word.
Wait, who?
Blaze.
Glenn Beck has his TV network.
Oh, it's his network. Who was the host?
Pat Gray.
Okay, I listened to that podcast. I didn't realize it was now the Christian conservative phone plan commercial makes sense to me.
Yeah, okay. So what happened is, I recorded part of what was going on behind the scenes, the audio for the last half hour.
Okay.
But the TV show, you can find it on YouTube.
Yeah. No, you did good on that, Chuck. Like I loved the info on the JFK assassination. That was great.
Well, I was on there for 2 hours though, but I only put a short clip out, the audio.
I went over to that guy's show specifically because I saw you all talking about it on Twitter. I'm like, I want to see this show, and I listened to the whole thing on the podcast. So that I did enjoy that.
Oh, okay. There you go. So I was just letting Uncle know that if he has Blaze TV and one of his little TV things, he could have seen me on TV last Friday. But I had to start at 7 in the morning.
In fact, I do have.
Do you have that, Uncle?
Have that on the TV show.
You do?
I have it on my the screen. It's on the screen.
Okay.
You remember you? It was my show's on it too.
Oh,
no.
On Blaze TV, Glenn. We're not on Glenn Beck's network. I can tell you that. I know that much for sure.
I was thinking of the other something else.
I have not received my complimentary Christian conservative cell phone. Therefore, I know I'm not on the right network, Uncle. I want one of those things.
You do?
My phone right now isn't working right. I can't make my direct line call to Jesus, and I don't like it.
Well, your phone doesn't know about freedom, Aaron. That's what the problem.
That's the problem.
Wait a minute. What are we talking about now?
It's hard to say.
Where it was like, if you believe in freedom, you need this cell phone. I'm like, okay.
What cell phone is regular music song?
That was
music talkers.
Chuck, I'm not kidding when I say that's certainly in recent memory my favorite commercial I've heard in a long time. If not, it might top the list of all time my favorite humorous radio commercials, I want to say.
Okay, no, I thought it was really hilarious that they turned to me after that, and I'm like, okay. And then they just start firing questions at me, which is really funny, which I was able to put up with for 2 hours.
Yeah. Well, I gotta say I did enjoy the show. I enjoyed the topic, and I don't know, that was good. So
I appreciate. I didn't know if Uncle knew that I had been on TV recently, because usually you don't.
No, I haven't known it. I didn't. If it's not on the certain ones I have, I don't know you're on them.
Okay.
See, I have to put myself here. Somebody has to set me up with it.
Yeah, it's on YouTube. So, I mean, you could find it on YouTube now after it was live on TV. But everything goes to YouTube, guys.
So wait. When you say TV, Chuck, is that like an actual? Is that like a streaming? What's TV mean in this? What is that network exactly? I don't even know.
Yeah, no, it's on some cable networks and satellite dish networks and stuff like that. It's a cable channel.
Okay. All right, that's cool. I knew that when I heard it. I'm like, these guys are actual broadcasters. They're that's their career, and it's a put together show, and the voices, like, so it's like I didn't know exactly what was going. I didn't know it was Glenn Beck's network. I didn't know any of that.
Maybe we can get them on ours.
Well, if you guys had gone to Dallas, here's the funny part, right? Is that they're actually in Dallas, those guys.
That's right. Yeah, I remember hearing that. Yes.
Yeah. So, like, the funny thing is, if I go to Dallas again this year, and like other people come to meet with me or whatever, I'm trying to talk them into coming down, like, do a live report for their morning news show.
From the conference.
Yeah, that's what I want them to do.
Yeah.
Right. It would make sense, and it would make them money too. No,
that's what I'm thinking. Is that they'll get whole new viewers? Like, hey, we're the only network came down to.
Let's see what we can do, and can we get that down here?
Yeah, why not?
Well, I say if somehow I got you guys there, or we've got some people that are representing Uncle there, it'd be great. Like, we just have all Uncle T-shirts on their TV network.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. I was not able to go this year, as you know, Chuck, but I still want to go sometime. I'm gonna try to one of these years. I want to go to it. I really do. So
do what?
Let's pencil that in as something I definitely want to do. Is go to the Lancer conference, right?
Okay. I'm gonna be again this year. You see, so I'm going this year in 24 here in November. So I'm just letting you know that I'll be working the conference.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah, that's great.
I'm not saying I'm going to do that every year. But they invited me back to come do it again. So,
That's cool. Very
so
cool.
I'll be there. I'm hoping to have, Chelly.com people come by again like we did last time. It was great. Creative Accidents came down there in person.
Yes. That's right, Uncle. It's an exciting time. It was one of these live in-person things that doesn't get much better.
Where do they actually have their meetings, Chuck? Now that you're talking about Dallas.
They have them at a hotel. Right.
Oh, they have a hotel.
But we don't just stay at the hotel. Like Creative Accidents, I'm pretty sure went with a bunch of my friends when I was too busy. But a bunch of B. Pete, my co-host, and a bunch of guys, they went to an Italian restaurant that was run by one of the gangsters that went and visited Jack Ruby in jail. Right. So they got a table there. Jack Ruby used to eat here. This kind of thing. Right.
Oh.
And, so you know what I mean. And then Creative to the Sixth Floor Museum too.
And they're all over the place then.
We were all over the place. But I mean, I was stuck at the hotel mostly because I got to be announcing people in between and helping run the conference, right? Right. So I'm stuck at the hotel, but everybody else can go and travel around and do stuff. And plus, when I'm done at night, I mean, I loved it when I got a chance to go out to eat and this and that. It was great. Matter of fact, there was 22 of us around a table. And some of the guys came all the way from England.
Oh, man, that'd be nice to get those guys.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. And I only, look, I handed out Uncle cards, and I handed out some Sidekick's book, and I handed out, Uncle stickers, whatever I had, I handed them out, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I gave away Uncle T-shirts, like that punk rock T-shirt.
Yes, yes.
The combined art from Aaron and Creative Accidents, believe it or not. And a little bit of an artistic contribution from me. That shirt's like a three-way piece.
Yep.
And yeah, we gave away about 5 of those. Probably like I don't know, a couple hundred Uncle cards and stickers in a pile were there. They're gone. Just stuff that was associated to the show. We had Black Budget Comics.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, all the copies of your book, Aaron, that I had gone.
Good.
One of them, Creative Accidents, took over to a guy who was doing a live presentation at the movie theater. You know what I'm saying? It's an interesting kind of network with people that would be interested, do listen to podcasts. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Plus you can learn about the assassination too, because that's the point of it. But I'm just saying.
Yes. Always good. Always good.
Mm-hmm. And want to eat at the expensive hotel, restaurant. There was a burrito joint, and some people I saw bags of McDonald's show up, stuff like that.
Got it.
You know what?
Oh, how are we doing with a poster box to send? You working on
We
that?
do not have one.
Well, we got to get going, man. We got to get going because I have some letters coming. And I can't
know.
get them
I know.
from you know who.
I know. We
See, but
Well,
that's
gotta get
so
going.
if you and Uncle came, right, you could sit at the table with me in the little bookstore area where the authors all sit down to sign their books, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we could sit at a table and just hang out. Look, meet Aaron Franz from the Age of Transition. Hey, you know, the podcast. Here's Uncle. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know. It's just an idea since you're talking about getting out and doing things recently.
Talk about drawing a crowd, Uncle.
Well, if you want to make it big, you go out to find them to make it big. Mm-hmm. That's what you have to do.
Yeah, you want to do things locally, that's great. But if you start getting the roll going locally, you could spread out, go to Texas. You never know.
Well, that's my point. Start low and then go further.
Mm-hmm.
You know, try to stretch it out.
Yeah.
You never know. You might find, and here's the crazy thing, right? Crazy Accident shows up. He knows where all the dollar stores are in Texas. So
he does. Oh, yeah, they'll be shut down.
That's the problem now.
They'll be all shut down.
That's the problem we're facing at this point. Yeah.
What I understand.
Sadly, it's true.
Well, they don't got to be. They're dried out. Don't you understand? They're
hey,
dried out.
Lots of adventures to be had, Uncle. That's all I'm thinking. What do you think?
I've said what I've said about the dollar stores, and it happened. How far can where can I go from there?
What else is he supposed to do?
Yeah.
We can't ask too much of Uncle here. He's taking down a corporate juggernaut like the 99-cent only store is quite an accomplishment. I mean, how are you supposed to top that?
There's nothing they can top. They cannot top that. Believe me. Even a liquor store.
I'll tell you,
a liquor store.
You could ever make with Uncle, ever. Okay, you ready for this one? And I'm telling you, would get thousands of views from people who never heard of you before. All right, you ready? You ready for the idea?
Let's hear it.
It.
Yes.
Check this out. Go to Dealey Plaza with Uncle. Right now, there are these guys that now some of them are legit, and they get handed these newspapers. Right? They go and they pick up newspapers. They made an agreement with the city finally because it used to be homeless guys went out there and did this, and still there's some homeless guys that do it. Right? But there's these guys that run right up on you. Anytime anybody shows up in Dealey Plaza, they start trying to hawk you a story. They want to sell you a newspaper. They want to give you a big, long explanation about how the assassination went, right? And they all want tips.
Oh.
Okay, so when they're done with the tip, they sell you the thing for $10, $15, and then, tip them a 20 too. They want some money.
Yes.
Because they just entertained you for a half hour, right?
Got it. Yes.
Okay. Well, here's my video idea. You get Uncle to go out there with the newspapers. I'll supply him with the newspaper. I will literally buy him. I'll buy him the papers.
Oh, God.
And then I want him to stand over there on the corner. Not even in the plaza directly because, these guys might get territorial.
Yes.
But he can stand on the corner just outside of the plaza and just start telling people what he thinks happened to Kennedy.
Oh, gosh.
What happened to Kennedy?
John F. Kennedy, Uncle.
John F. Kennedy.
I'm sure you have thoughts on it.
It happened right over here. He can say, look, it happened right over here. That's it. And I won't even tell him what to say. Nothing. He can give away the newspapers or sell them. It's up to him. Whatever he wants to do. I'll get him a stack of newspapers.
I'm going into your business, sidekick.
I know. And I promise you, this is video gold. What do you think, Aaron?
Yeah, I mean, if the situation arose where Uncle and I were at the conference, we would do that. Yeah, we'd make time to make the silly video of Uncle doing that. Yeah, why not?
You
fun.
do this tonight, and it would be spectacular because the guys that got me that pinned me down in 2017, it was crazy. It was like I had no money on me, and I had to give this guy money because he just wasn't going to leave me alone until we gave him some money. I had to ask Mike Swanson, please give this guy a couple bucks. I don't have any cash on me.
Yeah,
just get away.
Yeah,
and I used part of that tape. If you remember in my little,
I remember that. Yeah, that was a nice piece, Chuck. Yeah.
Well, imagine Uncle gets into a discussion with that guy.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm telling you, that guy, there's more entertaining guys for Uncle to talk to than that guy, even if he's not there anymore. Because by the time we get back, it'll be 9 years from the time we were there, right? Or 8 years, whatever. But I'm telling you, if we go back there and there's a couple of those guys lingering around and some tourists, all you got to do is get lucky. Plus, Uncle can see a historical landmark, his commentary on it. I'm telling you, you would have. And I'd put it on. If you don't want to put it up, I'll put it on my channel, Uncle in Dealey Plaza, as presented by the Ocelli Effect. I'm telling you, it would be promo gold for the radio network for years.
Yeah. Yeah, if we go to the conference, we'll do that.
Over top. That will overtop even my Revolution thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Probably.
I'm telling you, look, listen, and if you do cut it together and you decide, I'm going to edit out, I'm going to use only part of the video, give me the pieces of the video you don't want to use even. I'll make promos out of them, and we'll go viral. I'm telling you, with this.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah, I'm for it. It's just a matter of us appearing in Dealey Plaza on a November day one year. Yeah. That's the hard part. The easy part is making the video once we're there.
Well, you stay just outside of Dallas. You can get a cheap room, right? You can hook up. You probably, because you're doing your desert house, you probably have some sort of, little extra discount stashed away somewhere. Right?
Perhaps.
You bring him. I'm not getting into your business. I'm just saying, explore it. If you didn't think about it already, go look. But you probably have that. Guaranteed, if Creative Accidents and me are there, if we got a way to get you guys some dinners, we'll feed you, even if you're just there for 2 days. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like you stay one overnight in a hotel. We'd figure out a way to get you lunch, this kind of thing. I'll buy the newspapers, and I don't know if I can chip in on lunch and buy newspapers, but if I can, I'm sure that I could even get, like, say, Mike or somebody else to chip. Somebody else will chip in from the radio network to get lunch, coffee, something. We'll make sure it's easy on you. All right? All you'd have to do is get there, the two of you. I'm telling you, priceless video.
I hear you.
Priceless video. If I tag this like it's a dead serious, it would be like comedy gold. So funny.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, it would be all organic. It totally appeals to your performance artist soul.
You know what could happen? If I get into something like this, this won't be serious anymore.
It's a rabbit hole, Uncle.
It would be exactly what
Look
he said.
out.
A rabbit hole and a comedy rabbit hole kind of thing. That's what it'd be like.
It's a new kind that people aren't aware of yet.
Yeah, that's what it would be.
Make them aware of that one.
It would be like that. Because I can make it like that.
Oh, yeah.
If like he was saying, it could do that if we do it one time like that.
Definitely in the realm of possibility. I know that.
Yeah, because I can do that kind of. I can turn it around to have it to make it fun, not to make it serious.
Right. I know you can pull it off. A couple of other guys have done this, right? Have done like some comedy stuff around this. Yeah. They usually haven't really hit the mark because they don't have somebody like Uncle.
Yeah, I can hit it like that. That's because I do mine like this. I mean, why not do that?
Right. I mean, they get a guy. The only thing that would wound you here, Aaron, is that you realize that JFK people would probably not take Aaron Franz as seriously as they used to. That's all. That's the only thing you'd lose.
But there is one thing that might help him out.
What's that?
If you guys realized.
Yeah.
You guys, John F. Kennedy, I've been in a Special Olympics with her daughter and she did this. That will pick it up.
It could. It ties in.
It can tie it up to that.
We could.
See what I'm talking about?
We could do that.
There's another beautiful thing. He could bring probably some photographs, some prints of the Special Olympics that day.
Yeah, right.
And could sign them. Look, I was a swimmer in the first Special Olympics. Here you go.
Yeah.
I carried a torch. Right.
There we go. There's a claim to fame.
That would throw it right into interesting story.
Living history, yes.
Living history, yeah. that.
Yeah, the way you're describing it, Chuck, it sounds like Hollywood Boulevard, but the Dallas version of Hollywood Boulevard, with the characters demanding money when you get near them and pictures and all that, yeah.
either at the conference or at Dealey Plaza, guaranteed you could sell some Uncle T-shirts, you could sell some Uncle pictures. If you had him sign a couple pictures, I guarantee.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's definitely the desire for all of this to happen there. Definitely have the desire. Now it's just a matter of circumstance. Circumstance this past year, it was not right. I couldn't do it. But if circumstance is correct, I'm able to do it. Absolutely, I want to. So I definitely would like to do that.
I want to hear from the Franz and Uncle listeners. Okay, seriously, I want you to don't even tell me. Tell Aaron. Tell Aaron. Tell Uncle online on Instagram, whatever, wherever it is you want to message them. Tell them if you think this would be a good idea. If you guys would like to see this happen, tell them that. And just let him know. Let him know if it's Chuck's crazy. Tell him to go do something with himself. All right. Whatever it is you want to say it. Tell them. Let them know. Do you want to see Uncle in Dealey Plaza? Do you want to see Uncle? And I'm telling you, I would try and drag Uncle onto TV, out in the conference hall, and by the book signings. I'd bring Uncle everywhere, and all Aaron would have to do is follow up and film us doing this all. It'd be great.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah, I like it. Well, I want to take the time just for a moment to recognize all the people in the chat room. The YouTube chat room is filled up. Of course, we have Sally Doll.
Just now?
Yeah, it has been. Creative Accents popped in.
See that? They come in my hour. They come to my hour.
This Uncle is why streamers go for 6 hours, because you keep picking up people as you go along.
That's what I'm doing. That's how I'm doing mine.
Well, we have to end the show soon.
End the show. Oh, it's too exciting.
It's filling up right at the end. You went from an empty chat rooms everywhere except at Ocelli. I had a couple of people, but those guys are always there. They're hanging out.
They all filling up now.
But now they're all filling up because the show's almost over. It's like these guys forgot to reset their clocks. What's going on?
Well, look at here. I can't help it that I can fill up a room. Then the sidekick here on his side can't get the proper people to fill a room up, but I can. It's just the way I am with funny accents.
Yes. Well,
that's what it is, the voice.
There's also Josie J, who's a friend up in LA. Thank you for joining the chat. I'm glad to see you here. Thanks for being here, man. He's another guy here. Someone who's going by the name Uncle the Podcast is in there, who I'm pretty sure I know who that someone is.
Who is that talking my name?
They've assumed
Wait a minute. That's me, not them.
Well, it's them, not you.
No. It's supposed to be me, not them.
It's not you.
What's going on? Who's saying that? I want to know who that is.
This is identity theft.
I want this penalty fence out of the way.
Ow, so there's a there's a fake uncle.
Who is he? Who is he?
Cats, what happened there? Josie and the Pussycats and a fake uncle?
Yes, correct. All of that.
Oh, now, Lainey's Pussycat. Now, I can say that's probably women. Now, I can tell. Wait a minute. What is that? Them lady. Calm down, lady. Calm down. They're going crazy in there.
There's a lot of stuff happening.
There's a lot happening.
Man,
and
look at that. I can even make the lady scream.
We have absolutely learned why streamers stream for 11 hours on end. It's so that they keep growing the audience hour by hour.
That's how I do it. That's how I work it.
It's the streaming way.
Yeah.
But
that's how I work it.
We are unconventional, Uncle. We are misfits as always, and we
misfit. No, we're not being misfit after we getting some people on in the rooms.
Uncle, we consistently defy convention. We can't help it. So therefore, I'm sorry this isn't a 12-hour stream. We're at the end of the show, everybody. I'm sorry.
We're at the end of the show.
We are. Sorry.
All right, we passed the 9 o'clock hour. Hey, here we go.
See, that's what I told you, Uncle.
Wait a minute. We're past the 9 o'clock hour.
So remember, everybody, to press the buttons on all the social media. It's at Uncle Podcast, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch. It's at Uncle Podcast. Follow us. Thank you for joining the live stream. Thanks for listening at Ocelli.com, live Friday nights. Our website, UncleThePodcast.com. Let people know about the podcast. Share it around. Let us know if you want Meatloaf videos or if you want Uncle to show up in Dealey Plaza. Send us messages, and we will heed the call if it's there. And I'm sorry.
See that, son. I wouldn't make it. I wouldn't make it a habit calling me that, son.
Hey, that's oh, I know who that is. John Wayne.
Yes.
John Wayne, what you been up to?
He has his own airport, Uncle.
Oh, yeah, he has his airport.
Yeah.
Have we go on his airport to go to Dallas?
So with that,
How's that sound?
yeah, maybe we could. So why don't you bring us home for the week, Uncle?
329 is on. Bye-bye.
Boom, boom.